again, as always, the matchless, glorious, and precious name of Jesus. This video is going to be a review of The Walking Dead Season 3, Episode 10, Home. Man, sorry that this review is a little late. I was busy with homework all over the week, all during the week, and now I'm ready to just review this episode. So let's take it from the top. At the beginning, we see Rick. He's looking out with his binoculars, and from the looks of it, this introduction shows that he's still in his crazy town. He just sees this hallucination of Lori, and he goes pursues it throughout the prison and gets close to the hallucination. Close to the hallucination, the Lori hallucination which he saw in the previous episode. And while Michonne just is just watching all this from inside the person, saying, "This guy's out of his mind." We just it just cuts to we go to the intro to the theme music, and we go back and we cut back to the show, and then we go to Andrea, who's still in Woodbury, and the governor just the governor said compliments her on her speech from the previous episode, which I thought was very terrible, and just thinks that she would be allowed to leave Woodbury for the be a leader for Woodbury. And was he promises her falsely that he would not go and attack the prison. Fortunately, a little later he goes to axes she axes Milton where the governor is, and he refuses to answer. So that's basically all that happens besides a little dialogue from Karen with Andrea in Woodbury. Anyway, back in back at the prison. Back at the Okay, hold on. Let me just go to Merle. Hold on, how much time I got? How much time is gone past?
2 minutes.
First I need to go. First, I think I should go to the go to Merle and Daryl. Wow, I just like this scene. I'm just liking that whole scene with Merle and Daryl. Just make me like Daryl a lot more, because we just see how much Merle has changed. I mean, Daryl has changed as he's been with Rick's group and apart from his brother. And I especially like the fact that that Daryl told his no Daryl knows that his brother is a bit of a douche. So that's a pretty amazing, pretty great, and how he just keeps on telling Merle that it was his fault that he got locked up back on that rooftop, and that he just corrected, and that and I also like the and another example of how much Daryl has changed is that when he helped save that Hispanic family that was being attacked by walkers, the 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 mother and her child and all those people, and I like that. But especially the change is seen when he Merle is scavenging for things in their truck when Merle tells him to get out. That was personally amazing. That's personally amazing. Daryl just became a lot more likable person for me. And then at the end of the day, we have Daryl saying wants to go back to the prison because he knows that the governor is about to attack. But of course, Merle knows his brother wouldn't leave him. So, and he also knows that he's not allowed back at the prison due to past events. But but that's okay. And that's all of the story. All of the Merle's story right there. Now, back at the back at the prison, it seems like seems to be taking up the role of leadership, and I have to say, wow, Glenn's doing would fit nice as a great leader, but he's really clouded with vengeance at this moment. He's planning on trying to attack the governor on a road to planning on attack the governor and things like that, as he knows that the governor is about coming and is about to plan an assault on the prison at any moment. So, and Michonne pretty much backs this up. So, but this and also this idea of this desire for just attack vengeance is just clouding him and keeping him from being a potentially good leader. And Maggie hears this plan to attack the governor, and she just basically leaves all less than happy. And just Glenn goes over to her. Glenn just goes over to her, tries to comfort her, but Maggie's in an angry state as he's trying to, because she thinks that projecting just feel just it basically recaps what happened to her back in Woodbury with her being nearly sexually assaulted and things like that nature to how she's feeling and she's mad at Glenn for just thinking that she's failing taking revenge on some thinks that he's taking revenge on something that is really not his experience, and that may be partly why he's trying to attack the governor. So I think on that part, I think that Glenn ought to slow it down on that part. In other news, Herschel goes to. Oh, and by the way, I also like how Carol was trying to become more and more and more of a useful person. And I like how we got to see more of Axel's backstory and how he got thrown into prison. The prison that they have now secured. And now, moving on, Herschel just goes off to Rick and tells him about Glenn's plans to go assassinate the governor, and that they need him more. And also, Rick comes clean that he knows that the hallucination of Lori is not real, and he also mentions his hallucination he saw of Shane back in episode 8, and then while Axel is just talking about his brother, boom, he is murdered in the head. But by the way, this is spoiler warning, everybody. By the way, people, this is how Axel's death dies in the comic book as well. He in the comic book as well. So when the governor's attacking the prison, the governor seems to be launching his. Governor shoots him with a bullet, an assault rifle, and then he just starts firing bullets again and again everywhere. And everybody takes cover while Michonne tries to hit him, tries to shoot him, and whereas Martinez, the governor's assistant, tries to shoot at Rick, things like that. He is trying to, in and Rick's trying to defend himself, things like that. Oh, how much time is
Seven.
passed?
7.
All right, and it's like, wow, and it's battle time, and there's another guy in the snipe, in the north tower, in the snipe towers, or something, in those higher towers, just shooting away as well. Someone who Maggie just shoots down as well. So, and then he keeps on firing off rounds, firing off bullets and everywhere, pinned, and after a few minutes later, boom! This red, white, white and orange truck comes out of nowhere, breaks down the new gate, and out come a bunch of walkers. And I must say that if the governor decided to keep on firing off bullets as they were being attacked by walkers, he probably would have taken out the whole team. But he probably left. He probably left at that moment because he knew that if he probably left because he wasn't. That wasn't his intention. That wasn't what he was trying to do. I think the governor at that moment was not trying to take out the whole attack. It was not really an actual attack, or more like the only attack. This was more like round one. He was trying to just poke the bear, so to speak, as to see how sharp its claws were. So as the team is trying to take out all the walkers, Rick is shooting them down. He runs out of ammo. He's about to get he's about to meet his demise when all of a sudden Daryl's arrows try to pierce the one that's about to take him out, and together with Merle and Daryl, Rick takes out all the walkers in the field. As you And meanwhile, Michonne and Glenn help out, take out walkers that are heading towards Herschel, as he is in the grass taking cover, and that's that's basically where the episode ends. Amazing episode. Have to give it a amazing episode. 9.5, 9.6 out of 10. The war between Rick Grimes and the governor has officially begun, and I can't really wait for see what else has to come. Great, great episode, great episode, and great episode. This is Ryan Jefferson saying goodbye and God bless you.